Hey team, I'm trying out this new form of communication with you guys via video, and I just want to let you know this is by no means a replacement of face-to-face communication. We definitely will still totally do that. I I just want to use this as like another method, another way to just get information out there that is useful, that is meaningful, and just on Sunday mornings it sometimes can be so crazy that to try to track everybody down, to try to get the information to you guys, it just isn't necessarily, it isn't even really possible. So I wanted to make sure that I'm increasing the level of communication because I think it's so vital in the success in everything that we do, and because what we do is so important that I wanted to make sure that our communication level is increased. Uh, I welcome any of your comments. Afterwards, if you want to leave a comment on my blog, if what you thought of this form of communication, if you felt it was good, bad, anything in between, let me know. That would be great. Also, if you have any questions, you can leave them there too, or you can call me or email me or whatever. I'm open to whatever suggestions or comments or questions that you have. Today I want to talk about just three brief things. I want to talk about our need for preparation, our need for checking in, and also the importance of prayer. Those are the three things I really want to talk about today. The first thing is checking in, making sure that you guys get checked in. This is so important. It may seem kind of trivial or whatever, but it really does make a big difference. It helps the parents to identify who's the teacher. It also is an accountability factor and a security factor. So it's really, really, really super big and super huge that you guys check in. Again, I know sometimes it can be time consuming or whatever. You just want to get to your class, but if you could check in, that would be would really, really, really appreciate that. We're going to start having a security person in the halls, and so we want to make sure that everybody that's in the kids wing is supposed to be there. So if you're serving in any capacity, make sure that you check in, you get a name tag, so that way you don't get stopped and hassled. Just kidding. Yeah. So make sure you check in. It's really, really important, guys. I really appreciate it. The next thing is preparation. And the last, like, maybe a couple weeks, last few weeks, God's really been impressing a verse on my heart, and it's Psalms 127, verse 1. And it says this, it says, "If the Lord doesn't build a house, the work of its builders are useless. If the Lord doesn't watch over the city, it's useless for those who on guard duty to stand and watch over it." And that verse is basically just talking about is that if we don't employ God's help in what we're doing, then what we're doing really doesn't matter. And what we do really, really does matter. So it's so vital that we employ God's help. So as far as preparation goes, and how this, on a practical level, what we can do is I just really want to encourage anybody that helps in Joshua Church, Rock Church, you really need to be at the church by at least 10:15, 10:15 at least. Anybody that works in preschool or nurseries, if you can leave as soon as the pastor or whoever gets up and says you may be seated right after the worship service, as soon as they say you may be seated, just head right to your class. And why am I asking you to do this? The reason why is it gives you an opportunity to do two things. One, to prepare, just to get your thoughts together, to get your supplies together, just so you're not like hurried and rushed. And believe me, I've been there. I know, and I'm guilty. But when you have that time where you can just focus and say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. It really helps you to have a much more dynamic class. So Rock Church, Joshua Church, if you can be there by 10:15, and preschool, nursery, if you can leave as soon as worship is over, when everyone's sitting down, that would be great. It helps you prepare ahead of time, but also it'll give us time to pray. If you have time to pray beforehand, my phone's ringing. My phone's ringing. This is Candid. Okay, Candid Live. All right. If you have time to pray beforehand, it's so vitally important because what we do is super, super important. And if you have time to pray, it makes all the difference in the world. What you do, if it's bathed in prayer, is much more effective. And so if you can get there at 10:15, it'll give you time as a team to pray beforehand. If you leave right after worship as a preschool and nursery, it'll give you time to pray with your team as well. You're in the nursery, so that is so important, you guys. And the next exciting, chapter in Mount Zion's history, and we're going to be building this kids wing, it's going to be even more important that what we do is bathed in prayer, because the enemy is going to want to is going to want to hinder our success, because he realizes the impact of reaching kids at a young age, and is so vital important. So prayer in your personal lives and as a team is so important. The last thing I really want to talk to you guys about today is about a transition that we're making in preschool. And Hannah Haggerty, Hannah Haggerty is that's my other phone ringing. Pause it. Hannah Haggerty is going to be transitioning out of the preschool ministry. She's going to be leaving. They're having their 5th child, and we're so excited for Sean and Hannah. They're great people. I can't say enough about Sean and Hannah. They're fantastic. They're such a example to me personally, and I really honor and respect Sean and Hannah so much. I really appreciate them. And Hannah, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you've done. It was working with the preschool oftentimes can be such a thankless job, and I want to thank you and honor you in front of everybody. I just want to let you know that what you've done has mattered and makes a difference, and thank you and Sean and your family. We just love and appreciate you so much. The person that's going to be taking Hannah's place is equally as amazing, and her name is Leslie Nicolette. And I really love and honor and respect Dave and Leslie. I mean, when I think of Dave and Leslie, the first thing that comes to my mind is the verse in the Bible where it talks about how we need to love people without any conditions. We need to love people without partiality, is what I was thinking. And that's what Dave and Leslie do. I mean, they love people anywhere, anyone, anytime, and they'll do anything for you. And I really love Dave and Leslie so much. They're great people. They're an awesome example of what it means to be like Christ. And I really am really excited about Leslie coming on to help in a preschool department. And if you guys see Hannah or Leslie anytime in the halls, or in the next few weeks, make sure you thank Hannah for what she's done, and then make sure you make Leslie feel really welcome. And I'm really excited about the things that God's doing in the children's ministry. You guys are amazing. What you do matters to God so much, and what you do, never forget that. Really, honestly, never ever forget how important what you do is. So God bless you. And my phone's ringing for the 3rd time, so I better get going. Talk to you later.